Hello, 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 my crafty peeps, and welcome back to my channel. So I have decided to host a 2026 Christmas in July swap. So I'm gonna tell you the requirements. Very simple, very simple. Show you the one that I made. Give you a little bit of instruction in case you want to use this one. Okay. So let me just show you. Let me just go over the requirements. Like I say, very simple. Of course, it's Christmas in July. So you must be 18 years of older, the usual, right? It has to be Christmas themed, of course, obviously, Christmas in July, right? Any color, traditional, the greens, and you got the pink and greens and pink and everything else. So traditional, it can be some black and white with Christmas stuff or whatever. So as long as it's Christmas themed, it's a send one, get one. We're only doing one, and I'll tell you why in a minute. We're only doing one. Um, use a use required measurements that I'm going to give you right here. It has to be 8.5 by 11 with two pockets, and I'll show you the one I did. And it has to fit because this is how I mail them back. You can ship them. You can ship well because you only doing one. You can ship it to me any way you want to ship it. Cheapest method. I'm mailing it back in a postal in this padded flat rate envelope. Okay, that's how I'm mailing it back. So it has to fit in here, right? One. That's because we're only doing one. Get one, send one. It has to fit in this mailer, right? Return shipping. So like I said, you can ship it whatever way you want to. Now, this padded envelope, because it's a flat rate, ships for $12.95. Okay, $12.95. Round it off, $13. I mean, it was 5 cents. So I'm rounding off to $13. I am going to use pirate ship to mail, and it's a little cheaper. So I took off $1.50. Now, of course, I'm probably going to incur some shipping costs, and that's okay. I am hosting it. That's my gift to you. No, so I took off $1.50. So shipping is $11. So you have to send $11 for shipping. Now, only I got PayPal or Cash App, right? If you knew. Now, if you've been in the game a minute and we ain't heard about you scamming and all this other kind of stuff, then of course you can put $11 in your package when you mail it to me, and that's all fine. But there's people who don't, we don't know around YouTube that haven't been done a lot of swaps or things like that, or that I'm not familiar with. I'm gonna say because I have had the occasion before where they say no, I mailed it, but it was in the package and wasn't no shipping in no package, which means I gotta pay for that shipping, right? So of course, like I said, if you've been in a while, you know what I'm saying, people see you around the tube and stuff, then yeah, you can put your $11 in a package and mail it to me. If not, I prefer PayPal or Cash App. And I am trying something different. So I'm going to also have my coffee link down below, and you can just go in there and do the donate or the tip or whatever it is and pay your shipping that way, right? So you can do coffee, PayPal, and you just let me know if you want to do PayPal or my Cash App. So just message me. You can message me on Instagram or email me, and I'll give you that information. And it has to be postmarked by 6th July. So we got plenty of time, because this is April. So you got April, May, June, right? Plenty of time. Plenty. I want to do it the first week in July. That way I can get it mailed. So that's after the holidays. I think the 3rd, there's going to be the post office and stuff going to be closed and all that good stuff. So the 6th is on a Monday, right? So I want to be able to get all of them in and get them shipped out maybe that following weekend, so you can get it in July, because it's Christmas July. I want you to get your Christmas package in July, because that's that's how I want you to get it anyway. So that's it. That's it, y'all. My email is on here, but also down below. Got my address for you to send it to, right there, right? So that's all it is. Simple, right to the point. Christmas thing, send one, get one. 8.5 by 11 pocket with y'all are so crazy. I'm sitting there looking like this. I didn't tell you I was a loaded pocket. Ain't nothing on here to tell you that I'm talking about a loaded pocket. Paulette, get it together. So this is a Christmas in July loaded pocket. I'm gonna have to go fix this, because also I'm gonna have this along with the little measurement sheet that I'm about to tell y'all the measurements in my coffee shop too, and that link will be down below so you can, if because I mean people like to print this stuff out and take little notes and have it all around and stuff. So this will be in my coffee shop, this particular file, once I update that. And the measurement sheet, okay? So it's a Christmas July, it's a loaded pocket. And I should have said that when I said it's 8.5 with 2 pockets, right? So let me show you what I got here. Let me show you the one I created. So this is the one I made, right? And let me find some kind of ruler. So when I say 8, I don't even know if I keep saying 8.5, right? Now you can do 8.5, but I think this is 9.5 by 12 possibly. So you probably can get an 8.5 in there. Yeah, this is like 9.5. So around these measurements, okay, so let's don't go no smaller. And I'm saying that because I want all of them to be pretty much the same. You can get a lot of goodies in there. So this is the one that I made. And this is right here. So you're going to get your 11 by 8, right? So, I mean, you can a little bit towards the, a little bit extra, maybe 8.25 or 8.5 by maybe 11.5 to 12. But now you're pushing it because it needs to fit in this envelope, This right here, the measurement fit nicely in there. So if you start bulking it up or you want to put another little gift behind there or something like that, it has to fit in here. So package it up. I want to get it, show everybody the awesomeness. I want to stick it in here, boom, bop. I rest it up, right? That's my goal. You could round the edges. You could do a whole. First of all, let me get this out of here. You can do a whole lot of stuff. But the goal is to fit in this envelope and put your one in here. Now, of course, if you could add a lot of little stuff to it, fill those up. We're going to, put it in there. You can put something on the back if you want to. I'm probably just going to put a piece of paper, depending on, I'm going to wait, depending on how full I do this right here, because, of course, man, I got to fit in there, too. But, I mean, this is padded, so we can get a little bit of something in there. And you can put another page on the back. You can stuff some stuff in there. You could, when I say 2 pockets, so I got 2 pockets here on the front. If you wanted to, you could do more than 2 if you wanted to. You could, make these shorter, do 3 stacked pockets. You could put 2 on the front, 1 on the back, but you at least have to have 2. At least 2, okay? So this is the one that I made, right? Right here. And this is the paper pad that I'm going to be using for this particular project. I don't know where it's at right now, so I can tell you what the name of it is. I think it's this one. So that right there I am using for mine, Not a Creature Was Stirring, is the paper pad by photo play that I'll be using for my thingamajiggy. Okay? So let me just give you the measurements really quick. This right here, now I use chipboard. So I've used, I cut piece of chipboard. You can use like cereal boxes, glue them together, some other packaging that you might have, but we want it to be sturdy, to be able to hold up, you know what I'm saying? So this is chipboard, so this is pretty sturdy. So we got that, and this, and so you can get your chipboard. You're gonna wrap it, however you want to do that, and then of course I just cut another backing. So this is my back piece right here. I'm not giving the measurements to as far as the paper go, because you might want to do it some other type of way. You might even have black chipboard, you know what I'm saying? So you might want to put that on there or something. So I didn't give the measurements to this. And then I just cut another piece to cover up the back right there. So that's how I did mine. So my chipboard, 8 by 11, wrapped it with this paper, and this right here is probably like 7 7/8 by 10 7/8, because I really wanted to like go to the edge and cover up that whole back. Now for the 2 pockets that I created, I did this with one 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. Now I don't have a 12 by 12 piece of black anyway, so I'm gonna use this white. So say this was it, and it's fairly simple, y'all. I'm gonna show you how to do this, how I did it, easiest way. Like I said, I'm having an instruction sheet or the measurement. So you're going to get your 12 by 12 piece of paper, right? Because your pockets is 12 by 7.5, and then the second one is 12 by 4.5. One sheet of 12 by 12 cardstock. So you got your cardstock, right? Depending on direction, you're going to have it in whatever direction with your, this is going to be the top. I'm going to ink pen. So say this is the top, right? Your measurements. This is what you're going to do. Full sheet. And this is the top. Your design is at the top up here. 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inches. Boom. Done deal. Flip it around to the other side. Now you got those scores you made over here. You're going to do the same thing. half an inch, 1 inch, 1.5, 2. So now you got that, right? Turn it to the side, half an inch. Flip it to the other side, half an inch, right? So now you're going to take it off here. You got everything scored. Everything is scored and ready to go, right? So then what you're going to do, you get your trimmer. Here you go, so you know that it's the top. Sorry, y'all. Need a sip of my coffee. Gotta heat that up. So, this is your top, right? Put your top in. Put it at 7.5. Cut it at 7.5. Lordy B. Cut it at 7.5. Now you got your 7.5 piece. You got your 4.5 piece. All ready to go and score. So this is what you'll have. These are my pieces right here. This is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Right? And as you can see, you probably can't see on here, but you can see on here. I turned it this way, scored. Half an inch, 1 inch, 1.5, 2. I got the same over here. My half inch, my inch, my 1.5, and my 2. I flipped it this way. I did it half an inch, right? So then, while I was on that half an inch, then I can come in and do it at 7.5. Or if you want to do the 4.5 first, it don't make a difference because they're both going to be the same. Once you finish, you're going to have your 7.5 by 12, 7.5 by 12, and 4.5 by 12. Okay, that's how you're going to do it. And then after that, it's just that same rigmarole. You're going to do your valley, mountain, the mountain in the valley. Till you get this right here. As you can see, this way. Let's just do this one. And that's how you're going to be. So when you're looking at it like this here, I will say W, but it's an M. Because you want this to be on the outside, right? And then this is the part you're going to fold down. So I didn't do this one. So this one right here, right? We're going to do one right here. So this is what I do. So that first one, I'm going in. Let me get something to score this with. Now, of course, I'm just doing this, but if you already know all this, then these are for those who don't. If you have any questions, you could always. So that's what I'm going to do. There we go. I fold it in, out, and I have it right there. As far as cutting go, I'm cutting off all 4. All 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The half, the 1, the 1.5, and the 2. So I'm cutting all that off. All 4 of those on both sides. I'm doing that on both sides. And once I do that, this is what I'll have. All 4 of those cut off, and I'm ready to go. So I will put that on there, put my tape. Once I take that off, this is going to connect to this. This is going to connect to this. And I'm going to put that 7.5 on first. I'm going to put my, here we go. I'm going to put my paper on here first because I like it. I want it up under here. I got my pieces. I'm going to glue this down right there. I'll put this on there all nice and cute like. Get my second one. Put it here. Right. Then I'm going to get my my other pocket. Just fold it. So, of course, all that's going to be cut off. That's going to be up there. It's going to be down here. I'm going to put this right on top. If y'all need a better video, then let me know. I put this on the bottom right here, right on the bottom of that first pocket. And then I put this one right here. And I don't want to make this because I don't know if this is what I want to do. Even though I cut the papers and stuff out, I'm not sure if I'm making another Christmas one. So I don't want to just be wasting stuff and doing stuff just because now I'm sitting here with a whole nother thing of that. So this is it, y'all. This is the pocket. Like I say, this is just an example. If you need one, as long as 8.5, I mean, I can say 8.5. I'm trying to do just a regular piece of paper. 8 by 11. At least 8 by 11 with 2 pockets. Okay, that's it. That's it, y'all. That's it. That is it. That's all I have. Any questions, let me know. My email and address will be down below. Remember that postmarked by 6th July, which is one day of my baby birthday. How about that, bitch? Anyway, 6th July, so you can get it in July. So, hope you have fun. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know you're going to join. Join the party. All right, y'all. I'll let y'all get back to y'all regularly scheduled program. Go find your Christmas paper. What you gonna make of embellishments and things like that. Okay. See you next video.